right now.
Good morning.
Happy
Sunday. It is August 4th. Sarah, we had some showers in our area.
We still have some showers in our area, and people have been posting pictures onto KSAT Connect. We're really grateful for those pictures. Let's take a look at some of them. This is Mary Kay, a rare rainbow this morning, especially rare when it comes to October. Beautiful picture there. This is another Mary Claire. She's a good friend of ours up in Spring Branch.
Oh, hey, Mary Claire.
Beautiful picture there out in Spring Branch. And we've even got some rain from Spring Branch area as well, and you can see that occurred a little bit earlier. So if you've got some pictures of the rain this morning, please send those in to KSAT Connect. We'd love to be able to show them on air this morning. Here's where the rain is right now, kind of falling apart as it's moving into San Antonio. You can see we've got spotty showers near Clark High School. Go Cougars! That's where I graduated from. Garden Ridge, Bracken, Selma. I got a good laugh out of Sarah there. And then also near Madison High School. I still remember, Clark, our theme song.
Are you going to sing it?
We pledge to thee our loyalty forever, Tom Clark High. That's all you get.
Okay,
out in Medina and Bandera, we've also got some rain as well. Don't cancel your Sunday plans, but there is another opportunity for rainfall later on today. So as we look at our rain chances from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's our next window today for a few showers and storms. 30% chance you'll see rain in your backyard, but otherwise it's mainly going to be a hot Sunday. So take a look at your Sunday forecast. This is why I don't want you to cancel your plans, because just within the next couple of hours here, we're going to see our rain chances take a break. By noon, it'll be 90, 97 for the high, feeling like 105, and then 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's our next window for some storms. I'll detail that and take a look at Tropical Storm Debbie coming up in just a bit. Sarah,
thank you. A man is dead this morning after he was hit and killed in the street on the city's south side. This happened on Military Drive and Florida Street just before midnight in San Antonio. Police say the man was at a bus stop when he got up and walked into the street. A driver in a truck struck him. He died at the scene. That driver did stop to render aid. He will not be facing any charges. And a man is fighting for his life this morning after he was stabbed on the city's north side. San Antonio police say this happened on Wildwood Drive, a few blocks from Olmos Park. Just after 10 p.m. last night, the suspect was running from another incident moments prior to that stabbing and ended up running into the victim in his driveway where he allegedly stabbed him. Police arrested that suspect. At last check, the victim is in critical condition. This is an ongoing investigation. San Antonio police and fire departments are investigating after they found a body at the scene of a house fire yesterday. So this happened at the home on South Smith Street near Guadalupe Street on the west side around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. SAFD told KSAT the fire was minor and it was contained to a mattress in one bedroom, but it's got both departments full of attention that after that body was found inside the home. So far, we don't know who that person is and what led up to their death. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding this woman on your screen right now. She's 26-year-old Chelsea LaVon Thompson. BCSO says she was last seen near the Rim Shopping Center. Thompson traveled to San Antonio from Harris County several days ago, and her family has yet to hear from her. BCSO said Thompson drives a gray 2019 Ford Fiesta with the Texas license plate that's on your screen there, 5960H47. If you have any information on where she might be, call BCSO. That number also on your screen, 210-335-6000. And migrants crossing into the United States illegally is often very dangerous as many become overwhelmed by the punishing weather and terrain, and teams of Border Patrol agents are dispatched to help save lives. Our Danielle Ibarra visited the ranch in Carrizo Springs this week to show us what those rescue missions look like.
We're out here on a ranch in Carrizo Springs. It is hot and the brush is thick and thorny, not unlike the conditions that migrants experience when they cross into the U.S. Border Patrol invited us out here to show us how they respond to those migrants who need help.
Por favor, venga por mí. Me siento mareado y me duele mucho la cabeza.
It's the sound of desperation. This is the man Border Patrol agents are looking for. In this scenario, he's a migrant from Honduras. He says he's dizzy and wants to be rescued. It's a situation Chief Patrol Agent Robert Danley says happens often.
These people that are crossing and find themselves in distress, they don't know the area, they may not know exactly where they crossed the border.
Senor, contésteme. Senor, this is Eagle Pass 911 operator.
After calling for help, the migrant wanders into the brush. Agents head out to try and find him, deploying a canine to track his scent. A few minutes later, they find the migrant laying underneath a tree and unconscious. The team, including EMTs and paramedics, work to save him.
Hey, can you hear me?
In the field, agents hook the migrant up to an IV before loading him on a gurney.
1, 2, 3.
This is a best-case scenario. Since last October, agents in the Del Rio sector have rescued 203 people. Like this man, 121 have died trying to cross. While it's their job to help, Border Patrol Agent Gonzalo Flores says the humanity isn't lost on them.
They're putting their life on the line, and so, it motivates us to go out there, find them, locate them, and give them the attention and the medical care that they deserve and need.
And there's some Americans who say, some of these migrants are crossing in illegally. Why is Border Patrol helping them? What would you tell them?
So our motto is honor first, and I don't think that you can be honorable without being able to take care of the people that you serve or you work around, that you're responsible for.
While it's difficult to watch, Danley hopes this demonstration saves lives.
Maybe it'll help dissuade those folks from trying to attempt an illegal entry and put themselves in peril.
Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
By scanning the QR code that you see on your screen there, you can watch Daniela's one-on-one sit-down conversation with Border Patrol Del Rio Sector Chief Robert Danley. He's been with the Border Patrol for more than 20 years and offers an open perspective of the recent surges of illegal border crossings, how they have impacted the border security and Border Patrol agents themselves. This story is available to watch right now. Now to your morning headlines in the presidential race, as former President Donald Trump and running mate J.D. Vance tried to win over voters in Georgia. ABC's Selena Wang as the campaign latest, including the Harris campaign prepping for an expected announcement this week.
Overnight, former President Donald Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance rallying in battleground Georgia.
We're going to win the great state of Georgia in an epic landslide.
Trump testing attack lines and insults on Vice President Kamala Harris just days after she rallied at the same venue.
And when we fight, we win.
She's acknowledged to be the worst vice president in the history of our country.
Harris and Trump both courting Georgia voters as the race tightens in battleground states. And Harris this morning on the verge of choosing her running mate. Former Attorney General Eric Holder, whose law firm is conducting the high-stakes vetting process, arriving at the Naval Observatory in Washington yesterday. Sources tell ABC News Harris is meeting with some top contenders this weekend, including popular first-term Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, a former prosecutor. Also under consideration, Arizona Senator and retired astronaut Mark Kelly, the husband of Gabby Giffords, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, a retired school teacher and former congressman, and Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, a rare Democrat leading a red state. Some Trump supporters in Georgia tell me the former president should tone down the attacks on Harris.
Stick with the issues, yeah. Stick with the task at hand.
That was ABC's Selena Wang reporting. Avocado Mattress is recalling more than 55,000 mattress pads out of concern they could be a fire hazard. It applies to all sizes from twins to California Kings, and they were sold in stores and online between 2019 and March of this year. No injuries have been reported, but consumers are being told to stop using this product immediately and contact the company for a free replacement. The Coca-Cola Company now owes $6 billion to the IRS in back taxes. That amount stems from an ongoing dispute since 2015 with the IRS. The company was accused of avoiding federal taxes by shifting too much of its profits to overseas subsidiaries. However, Coca-Cola said it plans to appeal the court's decision. The company will have 90 days to file that appeal. Chevron leaving the Golden State and coming to the Lone Star State. Welcome, Chevron. The oil giant announced it's moving its headquarters from California to Texas. Chevron has been centered in California for more than a century, since 2002. Its corporate offices in the Bay Area in San Ramon. Company officials say while some people will relocate over a few years' time, top leadership is expected to be in Houston by the end of the year. Chevron already has about 7,000 employees in the Houston area. It's 8:10. Coming up after the break, Devin Karp joins us in studio. Tell us about the need for fosters for kittens. This is a cute Sunday morning here. What you need to know if you want to become one. Hey, we had some rain in our area. Any rain still happening right now in our viewing area? Sarah Spivey is saying we have some showers. She's going to let us know where those are happening and what to expect later throughout the day. Okay, animal lovers, there are kittens all over San Antonio that need your help. Nonprofit animal shelter San Antonio Pets Alive says it is in desperate need of foster families to take in some furry friends. And joining us is Devin Karp. One of those shelters, you learn about everything you need to get ready to foster a kitten. And good morning, Devin. You fostered a kitten here yourself.
I have, yeah. And by the way, let me say, it was a really tough story to have to go to an animal shelter and play with the kittens. I mean, the sacrifices we make for journalism. But it is that time once a year again. Kitten season is upon us, and SA Pets Alive says they've already got 400 kittens in foster homes across town, but that's not enough to match how many they're seeing come in a day. 20 to 40 kittens showing up at their doorstep. The nonprofit says they are at full kitten capacity in their shelters, and they need people to step up and foster them. Now, there's no kind of requirements about what home you need to live in, apartment, anything like that. They just ask people to be attentive and caring to the little ones until they're ready to be old enough to be adopted. Now, you can foster a kitten by themselves or go for two, maybe even a whole litter if you're feeling up for it. The shelter says one of the most rewarding parts of being a foster pet parent is watching those kittens come out of their shells.
They're a little bit scared, and they're coming out of their shell while you're fostering them, and they're really connecting with you and just blossoming while they're in your care. And you can see them from like a little itty bitty kitty to like the bigger kitties that are here in the kennels ready for adoption.
Now, SA Pets Alive says all those supplies you need, like food, formula, bottles, toys, blankets, beds, medications, heating pads, anything you can think of, all that's going to be provided to you for free. Now, something you got to keep in mind if you are fostering a kitten, you may become a foster fail. Now, I am speaking from a little bit of personal experience with that one, but I'd say it was pretty rewarding.
That's true. Foster fail, meaning you keep them.
Yeah. When I was living in college here, there was a stray cat on my street that had kittens, and so I ended up fostering the 3 of them for a while. I got good homes for the 2 of them, but I had a favorite. I kept the rest of the litter for myself. Her name's Raindrop.
Raindrop!
Really rewarding experience. Would highly recommend. Now, you're not obligated to adopt, but SA Pets Alive says they do see foster fails quite often.
That makes
Devin,
sense.
Super cute. Thank you so much. And
I want to show a picture of my cat.
Nora.
Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay.
It's a cat
We're celebrating cats. This is Nora. Look how big she is. She is kind of huge, not gonna lie.
She's like kind of fat.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't want to body shame your cat on TV, but
Here's the thing. She does not go hungry. That's what I'll say about Nora. And she's really sweet. She's kind of like a dog in many ways. She likes to, she's really snuggly. Yeah. I adopted her as well. This is a look, though, at what we're dealing with outside. This is the McNay, one of my favorite places to go to in San Antonio. Take a look at the courtyard. It almost looks magical because it's got some rain there out in the courtyard. We had some beautiful rain in places this morning, and you can see that we've got some showers around San Antonio right now. This is a look at the airport. The 410 here is just a little damp in spots, 79 degrees, about 1/100 of rain reported, an inch of rain reported at the airport this morning. Here's a look at the radar right now. I'm going to go ahead and put this in motion for you so that you can see where the rain is. Now in San Antonio, most of the rain is falling apart, but we are still seeing some light rain showers between 1604 and 410 here on the north side, and then also near Selma and Garden Ridge. Just some light rain around San Antonio, and then you go out to the west and you can see a few more showers put together. But this morning, you know, we're really going to see this rain start to taper off, and we'll have a break from the rainfall generally through until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. More on that in a bit, but I want to show you how much rain and where the rain fell this morning. Take a look at this. Let's go ahead and take a look closer to Bulverde. In some areas between Timberwood Park and Johnson High School, about 7/10 of an inch of rain. Near Smithson Valley, we've seen about 5/10 of an inch of rain, half an inch of rain. And then really from Sisterdale down toward north of Bernie, about an inch of rainfall this morning. So we have seen some rain in neighborhoods. Most people have missed out. And then again, the rest of the morning and into the afternoon is going to be pretty quiet. It isn't until 4 o'clock that we start to see a few showers and storms popping up around San Antonio. About 30% chance. Again, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's your next window. Don't cancel your plans, but have a plan to duck inside if you happen upon one of these thunder showers later on today, because they'll be producing lightning, periods of heavy rain, and gusty winds. That's the potential there for a few showers and storms. Again, most people will miss out, but some folks will get some lucky August rainfall. It's pretty rare to see a good rain in August here in San Antonio. Looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, again, 20% until about 9 o'clock. Then by noon, it'll be 90. 101 is what it's going to feel like at 1 p.m. And then in the afternoon, 97 for the high. From 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's our next chance for a few showers and storms in San Antonio at about 30%. Okay, it is still going to be hot, though, for the vast majority of people. This is a look at the peak heat index value this afternoon, feeling anywhere from 100 to 105, not only in San Antonio, but all across our KSAT 12 viewing area. Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Pleasanton, Gonzales, New Braunfels, all going to feel pretty hot today. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tropical Storm Debbie. It has been strengthening over the last couple of hours. It is still a tropical storm moving north-northwest at about 13 miles per hour. Really most of Florida under the gun for at least some tropical storm impacts, especially the west coast of Florida, but the biggest impact going to be felt along the bend of Florida here, where hurricane warnings are in effect. And then beyond that, we're looking at a lot of rain for parts of Georgia and the Carolinas. So Tropical Storm Debbie will be making landfall as a Category 1 hurricane sometime early Monday before it kind of stalls out and meanders across the Georgia and Carolina coastline. That's where we could see 10 to 30 inches of rain across the nation. So very impressive rain totals from Debbie after the hurricane makes landfall early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, for us in San Antonio, after our chance for showers and storms, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., it is going to be a hot week. High temperatures near 100, Sarah.
The directors were giving me a hard time for body shaming your cat.
Well, she's a big cat.
She's a big girl.
Yeah.
We love Nora.
We do. I will say this. She's not obese.
No, she just has a lot of hair.
But she is a bigger cat.
She's a big girl. Yeah, she's happy.
Nora can't understand English, so none of this is hurting her feelings. She's happy in Catland. She has no feelings about this, so you don't need to feel bad. It is what it is.
I didn't feel bad for the
I
record.
know you didn't. I'm talking to the directors. I know Sarah didn't feel bad.
Because
that's not an issue.
So heartless. Okay, thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
It's 8:21. Let's look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 9, 7, 5, Fireball 4, Daily 4, 1, 2, 2, 9, Fireball 5.
And your cash 5 is 3, 5, 16, 21, 35. Lotto Texas 7, 9, 13, 30, 37, and 49. If I win the Powerball, I could buy Nora a lot of cat food.
Yeah.
13, 33, 40, 60, 61. Powerball 20. Power Play 3. Good luck.
Mariah Carey will do a 20-city Christmas tour this fall to celebrate the 30th anniversary of her Merry Christmas album. This was the album with the classic single, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Mariah Carey's Christmas Time Tour will start with 3 concerts in Southern California. In early November, it will finish with 3 shows in New York. In mid-December, pre-sale tickets go on sale on Tuesday. Tom Cruise going from Mission Impossible to Mission Summer Olympics. The actor will reportedly appear during the closing ceremony, which takes place on August 11th. I've seen him at a lot of events. Details of the closing ceremony are being kept a secret. It's a secret. But one detail is known, that Paris will be handing off the Olympic flag to Los Angeles. Is he the face of Los Angeles? Maybe, as they are set to host the 2028 Summer Games. I am very excited about the Olympics being in LA, and I think America is going to show people. I'm really excited about the opening ceremony because I think they're going to do a great job, especially in California, the land of entertainment and television. They'll be great. Okay, it's 8:27. In a new episode of KSAT Explains, as kids and parents get ready for back to school, school funding could be something parents are curious about. So coming up at 8:30, we're breaking down where schools get their money. Good morning, it's 8:30 on August 4th. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
We've had a fun morning so far.
Yeah.
We have sung on television.
You
the Clark High School
have sung on television.
Theme, just to celebrate my alma mater there. We've talked about my cat and my cat's
fat
looks.
Cat.
You're still calling it fat, Sarah.
She's large.
Okay. Let's go ahead, and we've had rain. That's extremely
the best
important.
news of the morning.
Yes, let's go ahead and take a look at the rainfall. You can see some light rain around San Antonio right now. Moving through, it is starting to fall apart though. So this was expected. Some showers in the morning, falling apart. We're going to see a break from the rain, but right now near Leon Valley and even here in downtown San Antonio, seeing some light rain. Also seeing some showers across the hill country. As I take this back to the last hour, so you can really see it was more organized, but as we've seen the sun rise, we're really starting to see the showers fall apart. Looking at KSAT 12-hour forecast, 82 at 10. Notice that the rain chances pretty much go away this morning. 90 at noon. You can see that temperatures will be in the upper 90s for the afternoon high of 97. But there is another window for rain, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., a 30% chance for a few showers and storms in San Antonio. So you have another opportunity for rain today. And the chances and the window is small enough to where I wouldn't say to cancel your outdoor plans, just have a backup in case you need to duck inside. So yesterday our high was 99. Technically we avoided the triple-digit mark at the airport. So we're continuing our streak of no 100-degree days. The last day we saw a 100-degree day was in July, on July 6th. So it's now 29 days since we've seen 100 at the San Antonio International Airport. But looking at the days ahead, we're likely going to hit 100 in the week ahead a few times, Wednesday through Friday especially. Coming up in the forecast, a look at where the rain has fallen, the next window for rain this afternoon, and a check on Tropical Storm Debbie. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. So a lot of families are budgeting for back to school right now, figuring out how much school supplies, clothes, and backpacks will cost. But what about the school itself? How are public schools paid for? In this KSAT Explains, we're breaking down how and where schools get their money and how a lawsuit in one San Antonio school district revolutionized that funding.
This lesson is a little bit math.
It is complicated. It's a very complicated system.
And a little bit history.
I was there. I can tell you exactly what happened.
We'll start here. How Texas public schools are funded.
It's really a equal share on behalf of the state of Texas as well as the local taxation of property taxpayers.
Public schools get money from the state and from local property owners through property tax. Each has its own formula. In state funding, there's something called a basic allotment.
And that is, in essence, the funding that is guaranteed per pupil to every district, across every campus in the state.
That dollar amount is $6,160 per student. The basic allotment does not change year after year, even if costs do. The last time the amount was adjusted by the state was in 2019. The allotment is not given to schools based on how many students are enrolled, but rather how many students show up.
It's called ADA, average daily attendance. It's basically the number of students on average that come to school each and every day. That's how school districts receive their funding.
In addition to the basic allotment, there are weights. Those weights mean the dollar amount goes up in some cases.
Some students that have special needs cost more to educate than others. For example, there will be a career technical education weight that is a little bit more than, say, your general education weight because of the materials, the cost of equipment. It's just a more expensive program to run.
So now we have basic allotment plus weights plus property taxes. But property taxes paid within a school district don't always stay within that district.
You've probably heard a lot about the Edgewood cases.
Here comes the history.
I was there for the walkout in '68. I started teaching when there was no monies in Edgewood.
Diana Herrera was a teacher in Edgewood ISD for 30 years. She was a junior at Edgewood High School in 1968 when roughly 450 students walked out of class demanding more equitable school funding. The fight began, Diana says, when Edgewood students who wanted to go to college realized they didn't meet the requirements.
So as they start looking into it, they find that many of our teachers were not degreed. Many of them were not certified.
School facilities were also lacking.
No hot water, no fans, the library was minimally used, poor science labs, and on and on and on and on.
An Edgewood parent, Demetrio Rodriguez, seen here with his sons, filed a lawsuit. He's standing in front of Edgewood Elementary, where the top floor was closed because rain and bats would find their way in. That lawsuit led to the creation of MALDEF.
The Mexican-American Legal Defense and Education Fund, and it was started here in San Antonio in 1968.
The same year as the student walkout.
And then at that point in '68, they were going to cross U.S. Highway 90. So by that time, the SAPD is around, but to our great satisfaction, SAPD were Edgewood grads. Many of the police officers were Edgewood grads. So what they did is they held back traffic on Highway 90 and let these kids walk by and cross over. As soon as they cross over, well, the Edgewood main office is there.
There was a federal court lawsuit back in 1968 through 1973, which really was Edgewood compared to Alamo Heights, and then expanded to look at the whole state. Poor districts versus rich districts.
Ultimately, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld Texas school funding. Then came 1984 and a different lawsuit. Despite the passage of roughly 2 decades, the suit dealt with a lot of the same issues.
Their schools, the physical buildings were in worse shape than the other schools, that they didn't have enough teachers. They had too many teachers on emergency certificates. And to make it even worse, these poor districts generally had more students who cost more to educate. I worked on it from 1984 to 2002, went to the Texas Supreme Court 4 times.
The lawsuit was Edgewood ISD versus Kirby, the state's education commissioner at the time. In 1989, the Texas Supreme Court ruled in favor of Edgewood.
So the Texas Supreme Court found that this system was not efficient. It wasted a lot of state money. It was not equalized, didn't give equal rights to students in poor districts and rich districts, and therefore it violated the Texas Constitution.
But the court didn't tell lawmakers how to fix those violations. Some changes were made,
which did put some more money into the system, but didn't really equalize.
So MALDEF filed another lawsuit.
We call it Edgewood 2 sometimes.
There was even a 3 and a 4 until 1995.
And basically in 95 was the first time the legislature came up with a system that the Texas Supreme Court approved of.
And that's recapture.
And that was recapture, yes.
The process of recapture is still used by the state of Texas today, though now it's called excess revenue. It puts schools into 2 categories, those that must spread the wealth and those that need some of that money. Schools that have what the state deems an excess must send the money back to the state, and then Texas redistributes it. It's a system that's been dubbed Robin Hood by some. To calculate how much money a district must send back, the state compares a district's property tax revenue to what's called entitlement. Remember that previous math we did, basic allotment plus weights? That's entitlement. It's the dollar amount the state says a school district is entitled to based on its student population and needs. But property owners have to pay their share first. The difference between entitlement and property tax revenue is how much money the state gives a district. But if property tax revenue is more than the entitlement amount, that's an excess, and that difference goes back to the state. A difference is what Diana noticed once recapture was put in place, thanks to the Edgewood lawsuit.
I saw the first degree PE coach, the first degree librarian. We had never had a degree librarian. The first degree reading teacher, the first degree dyslexic teacher. We had never had a dyslexia teacher ever.
So what's recapture like on the flip side? Well, let's look at Alamo Heights ISD, for example, a local district that Edgewood parents began looking at all those decades ago. In 2022, Alamo Heights had a recapture amount of nearly $34 million. That was nearly 47% of the district's property tax revenue. More than 30 years after the landmark outcome of the Edgewood ISD lawsuit, questions about the future of Texas public school funds are still swirling. School voucher plans, unfunded safety mandates from the state, property tax compression, and more.
Why are we not adequately funding and especially supporting our classroom teachers in particular with appropriate funding when we know that the funding is there?
They continue to demand and mandate, and yet they continue to cut.
For more KSAT Explains, head to KSAT.com. It is 8:41, summertime heat. It can be brutal, especially here in South Texas. And for our furry friends, after the break, what you need to know to keep your dog safe during times of high temperatures. Take a look outside with live cam. Hey, you might have been lucky and gotten some showers this morning. Can we expect more through the afternoon or later this evening? Sarah Spivey will let us know when we come back.
Dogs love being outside. They get to run around and enjoy the fresh air, but that can quickly turn to panic if you aren't paying attention, since your pup can quickly overheat.
But if they can't get enough heat expelled to cool themselves down, then you have a problem and you put them into a really sensitive position to overheat very quickly.
The American Kennel Club says some signs your dog may be overheating include gasping for air, saliva thickening, being unable to stand, and in more severe situations, they may be vomiting, have diarrhea, or even have a seizure. If that happens, you need to act fast.
Really quick, get it to water. Start just kind of soaking the dog, put it down to rest, get a fan on it.
Debbie Davis, the Director of Operations for God's Dogs Rescue in Vaughn Army, says this is all preventable.
I think there needs to be more awareness of what's really going on when it comes to the surface, the ground that we're walking on with the temperatures, and about the fact that dogs don't cool down the way you and I do.
Our KSAT Weather Authority team has a breakdown of the surface of the ground temperatures. As you can see, when the air temperature is 95 degrees, the asphalt is 140, the sidewalk 125, and take a look at the grass. It's above 100 degrees, and the shaded grass is only at 90. And look to the right of the air temperature. You can see that your dog's paws will burn in 1 minute at 140 degrees.
I also suggest you take your shoe off and test that pavement and make sure that pavement is, if it's comfortable for you to walk in, then your dog is probably okay. If it's not comfortable for you, odds are it's not comfortable for your dog.
Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Also trick, use the back of your hand. If it's too hot, the back of your hand, too hot for your pup's paws.
Yesterday, I walked outside barefoot on the asphalt because I was really cold inside. I was like,
Sarah.
I want to warm my feet up. And I was like, whoa,
No,
way too warm.
That's like scorching your feet.
Yeah, it was,
Oh my
it was
goodness.
hot.
Hey, we just got the pollen count in, so I want to share that with you. It looks good. Molds are and fall elm are the only allergens out there, and they're both pretty low. So no major issues there in the pollen count. And all that Saharan dust that was with us last week, not a factor to this weekend at all. And as we take a look at the radar, we do still have some showers kind of starting to fall apart around San Antonio. So let's go ahead and put this in motion here and zoom into some of these areas that are getting the showers. Mainly, we've got one shower for the Holmes High School area, John Jay. We're using some common landmarks that people may recognize. So just keep that in mind. Within Loop 410 there on the west side, just very light rain showers. So far at the airport, we had 0.03 of an inch of rainfall. You can see that the rain is really starting to fall apart too across parts of the hill country, but Hondo getting some light rain at the moment as well. So our first round of rain generally coming to an end. We have seen some great pictures though on KSAT Connect. This is out near Selma, and you can see a full rainbow there in Selma. I want to go back and just show you how much rain has fallen in areas around San Antonio. This is a wider picture. You can see just how spotty it is, but there have been some neighborhoods that have got some good rainfall. I mentioned 0.03 of an inch of rain at the airport. That's not much at all. But you go from Sisterdale down to Nelson City and Kendall County, and some of these areas have seen an inch to an inch and a half of rainfall just from overnight. So pretty nice rainfall totals there up in Kendall County, where they're dealing with extreme drought. So that first round of rain generally coming to an end right now. As we take a look at the futurecast, notice most of the rest of the day today will be fairly quiet and hot. However, after 4 p.m., that's when we're going to really start to see a few showers and storms pop up on the radar. And that'll last until about a little after sunset. So 8:30 to 9, that's when most of the rain will end. And as we go forward in time here, don't cancel your afternoon and evening plans, but just have a backup plan to duck inside if you do happen to get one of these showers or storms, because in typical summer thunderstorm fashion, these will produce lightning, times of heavy rain, and potentially even some gusty wind if you happen to get one of those showers or storms. But as we get closer to sunset again, the rain will dissipate, and it's going to end up being a fairly quiet week ahead. So taking a look at your rain chances, rain coming to a temporary break right now, and then from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's our next window for rainfall, a few showers and storms out there. We're going to be at 90 degrees by noon, and a high temperature today of 97. Later on, when those showers and storms start firing up, we'll see the temperature cool down. So even if you don't get rain, you will see some nice rain-cooled air. It'll feel like 105 though during the peak heat of the day. And then by 5 p.m., again, a few showers and storms out there. Peak heat index of the day, 106 in New Braunfels, 106 in Seguin, 106 in Pleasanton, 105 in Sabinal, feeling like 107 in Bandera, 102 in Tarpley. So it is mainly going to be a hot day, but some lucky folks will get some rain. Let's talk about Tropical Storm Debbie, rather. Tropical Storm Debbie is strengthening. It is expected to become a hurricane before it makes landfall early tomorrow, right on the bend of Florida here as a Category 1 hurricane. And then Debbie is going to become more of a flooding risk for areas in Florida and South Carolina, because it's expected to kind of just slow down and dissipate. So keep that in mind if you have interests out in Florida, Georgia, and areas in the Carolinas. We will continue to keep you posted about Tropical Storm Debbie. Otherwise, here in San Antonio, your one opportunity for rain this week is this afternoon from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Otherwise, it's going to be hot, near 100 degrees for the first full week of August. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Starting tomorrow, Daphne Gray is joining Justin and RJ from 5 to 7 a.m. And our 9 a.m. newscast, she'll be joining Steph and Justin. All week, we've been sharing fun trivia questions about Jeff. Tomorrow morning, we'll hear more from her to see if our viewers were right about some of the things they asked. We're excited to welcome her back tomorrow morning. Welcome back, Jeff.
Welcome back, Daphne. It's so funny because, I'll do the weather first, and then I'll tell you my Daphne story. Okay, so we've got some showers that are falling apart around San Antonio, and we're going to have a break from the rain, 90 by noon, and then another round of rain is possible, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We'll be up to 97 for the high. And again, a few storms, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's our last opportunity for rain, because we'll be looking at temperatures this week soaring to near 100 degrees as that heat high settles overhead. Okay, so Daphne, if she's watching this morning, the two people that sing the most in the newsroom, people have told me this. It's me.
Shocker.
And it's Steve Spriester. He actually sings a lot to himself, okay? But I think Daphne gives both me and Steve a run for our money. She has a great voice, and she's always singing all the time.
I'm glad you'll have a singing partner, Sarah.
We need somebody in the morning.
Have a good day.